Okay, so we have a couple of assignments created, and now we want to do some editing, and we want to do some score entry. So in order to edit an assignment, this will be real quick. Just go ahead and click on the title of that assignment in the gradebook, and then that'll give the option to edit, clone, delete, score entry. You can see some options in here as well. And then with the cloning, that'll allow you to actually copy the assignment in the gradebook and to additional gradebooks. So if it's something you do a lot for multiple classes every week, that'll make that really easy for you. We're going to go ahead and enter a score. If I click on any one of the asterisks, it'll allow me in. If I click in the cell, it won't let me do anything. That's because it's text aware and it needs to have a score or an asterisk to click on. So you can't get rid of the asterisks. That's what they're there for. Okay, so we go ahead and enter scores. So I'm going to go ahead and just enter a couple random scores in here. Enter down a couple of times. You can enter scores above and beyond if you want. If you do that, you'll get a little warning. Just say, hey, did you mean to do that? Click OK. It'll let you keep going. So we've got a couple more scores entered in here. And now let's say I want to enter Z's and X's for special codes. You cannot enter them in the score column. You have to actually enter them in the special code column, and you can see those special codes over here on the right hand side. So if I enter a Z in for this student, notice when I hit enter for that, that what it will actually do is it will check the box here next to missing. Okay, so in the missing column, and let's say this student missed it altogether. Okay, you notice how the no count is in there for our student who is excused. And let's say the student's excused because maybe they just got into the class and this was a big assignment. I don't need to actually enter the X in there. I can just click the no count box. So special codes are not necessary. They're simply there for your use. If you don't want to use them, you don't have to. You can simply use the check boxes. Now, keep in mind that when you enter a Z, it does not automatically enter 0. You'll have to do that yourself. So keep that in mind. That includes if you check this box over here. Now, the great thing is that there is this awesome handy-dandy little tool here that will tell you there are 19 remaining students that are unscored. And if you want to, you can click here and mark all those unscored as 0 and missing. Click, mass assign, everybody's done. You didn't have to look for anybody. Fantastic option. Love that. Something else we can do, we've got the mass assign options over here. Mass assign options are fantastic because you can go ahead and assign all scores to 100. So let's say you've got an assignment where a majority of the class got all the points or a certain number of points. You can enter that in and then go back and adjust the scores that need to be adjusted. You can overwrite all scores and make everybody 100 if you like to do that, or whatever score. You can adjust all scores. This is a fantastic option because let's say you've got that test question that just wasn't good for the class. They all got it wrong, and you want to throw it out and give everybody a couple of points back. You can just go ahead and enter the number of points you wish to give back. Go ahead and click apply. You'll notice before I do that, 98, 79, 78, I click apply, those all go up. And, it gives me this warning again that I have one that is over. So just know that it will continue to warn you on that. So those are pretty cool features there. Let's see, remove all scores. I can do that. Gone. I can set all to no count. This is perfect if you're doing a pretest or if you have just something you want to track within the gradebook, such as such as permission slips or so on and so forth. So I can set all to no count. Notice all these boxes are then checked, and we can actually remove all no count and remove all missing if that's what we want to do too. Notice when I use those options to remove all, the special codes do not disappear, so please make sure that you take care of those appropriately. The other option we have in here is you can add an individual comment per assignment. So if a student has turned in some work late and you want to give an explanation as to why, or a score has changed and you want to leave some historical information in there, you can do that. But the comments are there. Keep in mind that those are visible to parents and students, so just keep that in mind when you enter that. And you can turn on and off their access to this particular assignment in the Family and Student Access Portal if you wish. I recommend not doing that for something that's going to affect a student's score or their overall score. So I'm going to go ahead and enter a couple of more assignments in here. And really quick, I just want to show you that if I put a special code in, such as a Z, and I mark that, oops, sorry, I clicked it and the Z did at the same time. And I enter a 0 in there. And let's say the student's also there, but I didn't enter a Z. Remember, if I don't enter 0, it will not calculate. And let's say the student is an X because they're excused from the assignment. If I go ahead and click Save, what I want to show you with those scores is that those that have been marked as missing or excused will actually show up bolded. Notice, however, though, this one has a score of 0 in it. So just because there's a Z in it and it's marked 0 doesn't mean it's going to show up as a Z in your gradebook. This only reason this Z is showing up is because there's no actual score. And notice, this one calculates as it should per the traditional standard of Z, and this one doesn't calculate at all because there's no actual score in there. So keep in mind, if you don't put a 0 in there, it will not track that. But that nice little tooltip helps tell you what you have in there. That's grading assignments or scoring assignments.